Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Tireless Golem here with another video, and I think it's day 11. We are going to be starting off the day with a Chansey pick, so let's go ahead and I guess we're going to have to spend 10 Pokegold here. These Wonder Picks honestly are getting more and more expensive as each day goes forward. We're definitely going to need to start collecting some of these Wonder Pick hourglasses in the shop, because before I wasn't doing that. I was just collecting the pack hourglasses, but as of late it seems like the Wonder Pick hourglasses are almost as valuable, given the fact that you can now get more frequent 4-star picks. I think before, when there weren't as many 4-star picks, it wasn't as valuable, but given the situation that we're in, with all of these 4 stars, they do show up about once every 2 days, I want to say. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on here to the main attraction. But first, there is a notification here that I got in the news. So let's see what it is here. Oh, bonus week underway. So we get some extra things here. Following missions will be available. So we'll get some extra pack hourglasses and stuff like that. That's something I'm going to be looking forward to as well. Let's go ahead and get straight into it now. I want to... Oh, wait, hold on a second. There was some stuff in gifts. I just want to check this out before I do anything else. Okay. Thank you, Panther. By the way, shout out to Panther. I was going to mention this in the beginning of my video either way, but Panther completed the entire set in 10 days, which is absolutely insane. So congratulations to Panther. Shout outs to Panther for getting there way faster than I ever will, because I still have to collect a bunch of cards. I don't know exactly which sets I'm going to be opening up now that I have pretty much everything I need, other than really just the flame patch. It seems like the flame patch is the only thing that the last card I really care about in this set as far as carrying goes, what I want to build. Because I do have 2 copies of May, I have 2 copies of Lucia, and I have 2 copies of Copycat, which means that I have 2 copies of all the main trainers that are, in my opinion, valuable, right? And then you have the extraneous trainers that are specific to specific Pokemon. For example, in previous sets, Cynthia, whom I have graciously used as as a thumbnail of some of my pictures of my videos, because she is an awesome trainer, is she's specific to Garchomp, and even though that might be not too good, Garchomp is a card that's really, really good, and I think that even a card like Garchomp being so good, there's going to be trainers how I would consider to be a good trainer. I would consider Barry to be a very good trainer as well. So even though these are specific trainers, specific supporters for specific archetypes or Pokemon, I consider them to be very valuable. But either way, every now and then they throw cards like Cyrus or Copycat out there that are generically good, that apply to pretty much a lot of different situations. So you have this dichotomy of trainers that are valuable and trainers that are not as valuable. And therein lies the paradox of this game, where every card is worth the same number of pack points when you trade them, of the same rarity. Every card within the same rarity, you can only trade of the same rarity as well to other players. But yet you still see some cards being vastly more valuable than other cards as far as desirability goes and trading goes. People will trade a Cyrus for a Professor's Research. People will trade a Sabrina for I don't know, a Narita or something, right? So you've got all these players in here that are valuable, and there becomes this tricky thing that we like to call maybe a pseudo economy or a pseudo market. And you have to be careful with these terminologies, right? Because you don't want there to be necessarily a secondary market in this game. It invites the breaking of the terms of service of this game. It invites risk that one will end up losing their account due to breaching of terms of service. And you have to keep in mind that when you buy these Pokegolds, you buy a license to use them. They make that very clear in the small text here whenever you buy from this app, that you're buying for the ability to use the service that is Pokemon TCG Pocket. Oh, nice, a Bellsprout. Cool. We've been looking for that, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. But anyway, you've got to realize that this is just a game that we spend money for the enjoyment of playing the game, not necessarily to make money ourselves. Now, does that mean that there are games that don't do that, that do that? For sure. I mean, Magic the Gathering, Magic Online has a secondary market, and cards are actually worth money. You can actually spend money on tickets that do get you those cards, or you can just straight up purchase them on various websites. So that is something that you could do on certain games. But as I mentioned before, there is, oh, nice, a shiny Pikachu EX. There is a controversy right now in the EU where the EU laws, oh, nice, a Rockruff. Cool, we're getting a lot of shinies. That's awesome. This is a new one too. There is a controversy right now in the EU where legislation is trying to fight for mobile games, the mobile gaming industry, to stop using. I don't know exactly the terms that they use, but basically, like, games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, like Supercell games, have been against this, and it is the idea that people use real money on gems that cannot be returned, that cannot be refunded. And the general gist of the economy is that the EU laws want there to be some accountability for some of these organizations. They're fighting for the ability for the consumer to, like, return things. Like, if something doesn't work the way they want it to, then they should be allowed to get a return and get refunded appropriately. Whereas, when it comes to mobile games, that might not necessarily be the case, because, you're buying gems, and that those gems are like in-game currency. I think the idea is that in-game currency is controversial. But as I mentioned before, I do enjoy talking about these difficult decisions, these difficult discussions and topics. I think it's important for us to have a conversation about it. And I do personally think that there are good things to talk about. There are good values. I have studied philosophy. I've studied ethics, and I think that it is a very interesting topic, right? The ethics of gaming and the ethics of consumerism. Political science is a very complicated thing that people don't really stop and think about. But when it comes to spending money on these games, we have to realize that there's one thing that to keep in mind, right? We're just having fun. At the end of the day, people should spend money the way they want to spend it. People should be able to enjoy themselves. And people should understand that, where your money is going. Like, if you spend money on a game, on like a mobile game, you should be smart enough to realize you're not going to get that money back, right? You're not going to get that money back, at least right now. I mean, of course, the laws that are passing, the legislation that's happening right now, could be subject to change. Things could obviously be different, but especially for a game like this, I think it might be a little bit tough for like booster packs and card games in general. Like, once you open a booster pack, you can't just return the booster pack, right? Amazon and other platforms have tried to do that, but obviously it was a way to basically scam Amazon when people would just open and reseal packs. So there's ethics in that too. People might think, oh, there's no ethics involved. Why are you talking about philosophy? No, I think that everything is in a way philosophical. Everything is in a way political, honestly. And even though we don't like to discuss formal politics, right? I think that there is a bit of discussion that we can have about the ethics of games and fair game, right? Fair use. Because the last few videos I've made have been about the topic of not getting scammed and not letting people take advantage of you. And I think that now more than ever, with the introduction of two-star trading and people inviting like 2-to-1 trades, right? I've actually banned 2-to-1 trades because on my Discord, because I feel like that is a recipe for disaster. People are going to say, okay, you'll give me your Cyrus and one good card, and I'll give you the Professor's Research. I will first give you a bad card, like a Rainbow Rare Machamp, and then I promise you, the next card I trade you will be a Professor's Research. Yeah, how am I supposed to trust you? The game specifically is meant for 1-to-1 trades. That is the way the game is designed. It's not designed for 2-to-1 trades. It's not designed for 3-to-1 trades. It's not designed for someone to sell a card to you for money while you give me like a bad card in return, and I get to keep money. I think that as much as people might not appreciate what Pokemon does, as much as people might dislike the organization, I think that the company Dina, or whatever company is organizing TCG Pocket, maybe even the card game itself, I don't know, but they've been handling themselves with, is aplomb the word? They've been very delicate, and they've been very careful and graceful about the way that they've handled things. I'll give a perfect example. There was a time when the original artwork for Lugia and Ho-Oh, oh nice, a full art Tauros, was copyrighted, and somebody used the artist, I guess, didn't realize that it was copyrighted. They went forward, they made an announcement and said, we're gonna get rid of this art, we're gonna have the artist redraw it, and that copyright controversy was just gone in an instant. People were talking about it, and then the next day people were not talking about it because this company handled it really well. They are a company that listens to player feedback, right? People wanted trading of 2 stars, they gave it. People wanted trading of 2 stars shinies, they allowed that. People wanted the promos to be more accessible, they did that. They addressed all of the things that people wrote in the feedback, except for a couple things like dark mode. That was something that I know people wanted. But I mean, it just goes to show you that sometimes there are good companies, and as much as I think that there are some controversies within Pokemon the company, right? I'll give you a perfect example. There's Pal World, there's the Switch, and the pricing of these games and how expensive they are. Those are all things that are, I think, obviously those are decisions made by Pokemon, Nintendo, that people may not agree with. But I think that the way that this specific game has been handled, how they've been handling controversies and ethics, I think they've been doing a good job about it. And I think that I agree, things shouldn't be this shouldn't be a market. This game shouldn't be used to make money or profit off of it. If that were the case, we're looking at something very sketchy here. And I'll tell you why that's a little bit sketchy, because a lot of these countries, right, have gambling laws. And so there's this controversy about opening packs and trying to, it's almost like gambling when you open a pack, right? It is. If you say that these cards in this game have value, and opening up a booster pack, I spend $5 to open a booster pack. Yeah, some can say that that's gambling, and there are actually gambling laws against those things. But if people start selling cards and saying, oh, I opened this card, Cyrus is going to be worth $100 in the market, then you're saying, I mean, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but to me that gets a little sketchy, and that's something that I think the company is actively trying to avoid, and I think that is the right call. As much as anyone would love to just buy a Professor's Research for $50 or $200, as much as it would be nice to buy promos, I understand completely the thought process behind why we can't have a secondary market in this game. It actually makes sense. So that's the way it is. I've talked about how I want to promote healthy habits. I'm probably going to title this video Eat Vegetables or something because it's a good, it's true. We should be promoting healthy habits in a world where there are so many things that are dangerous and unethical. There is nothing, in my opinion, that is unethical about playing this game specifically. People might say, this game is toxic, this game is bad, the people that play it are bad, or the Pokemon is bad. I mean, I think honestly, if you have a problem with the game, then just don't play it. I mean, it's that simple. I do appreciate everyone's feedback. People have been giving me feedback in the comments of my videos, telling me what's good, what's not good, and I make changes accordingly. I mean, you know more than ever that I care about my viewers. I change things around when they need to be changed. I make adjustments. I generally handle feedback gracefully. The only time I will probably not respond to you is if I feel like there's nothing to respond to, or if I feel like the you know if a if anything happens, just remember that I do listen to my viewers. And I do care about you. Everyone in the Discord has been great. Everyone in the Discord has been awesome. Join the Discord, by the way. It's great. We've been having a great community. People have been playing Wordle on that on the Discord, and we've been having a lot of fun doing that. Outside of that, ooh, how many more of these do we have left? Okay, this is our last 10. Can we get a last pack magic here? A last pack magic. Hopefully we will. I have not been having a lot of time to play the emblem event, by the way. I know that people have been wanting me to make videos on that. Unfortunately, I am in a very busy schedule, and it's going to be very difficult for me to do that. Oh, nice. A little Rainbow Rare Mega Absol action. That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, something good happened today. That's for sure. Maybe I can get another Rainbow Rare Mega Absol, and we can get something really going here. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe how fast we've been growing. It was only a few months ago that we had like 0 subscribers, and now we have like 980 something, something crazy like that. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, everyone, we will be doing a $50 giveaway to one lucky winner in the Discord. Now, there's going to be some rules to this next giveaway. We're going to have a bot that's going to have everyone sign up for the giveaway. So if you want to sign up for the giveaway, I will talk more about that as things go forward. Just stay tuned for that. Right now, we're not at 1,000 subscribers yet, so we're not even close to getting to the thing. I'm not going to hold my breath, right? We've got time, and we've got a lot of patience, right? Time and patience are virtues. Patience is a virtue. I think that being patient with this game is what I personally have been doing, having healthy habits. Eating vegetables, losing weight, that takes patience too. That takes a lot of time and being sustainable. So, folks, eat your vegetables, exercise, do all the healthy things that people should be doing that are healthy. Don't listen to all the negativity out there. There's a lot of negativity out in the world. There's going to be a lot of toxicity on the internet. There's going to be a lot of drama and controversy on the internet. I always try my best to address things right then and there. I try to rectify issues. I strive to do the things that Pokemon Pocket did with the copyright infringement. They had that copyright thing. They addressed it right away. And I think that was the right thing to do. And it was a learning lesson for me that, this is the way a company should handle themselves. They should address it. They should make an announcement about it. They should make an apology. They should take responsibility for it. And then they should go ahead and rectify the issue. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Oh, actually, you know what? I do apologize. We have some bonus footage here. We're going to be opening up some extra packs here. Let's go ahead and open up a pack. Let's see. I'm just going to collect some daily stuff here. We got our login. Okay, we got a lot of stuff to open, actually. I didn't realize this, but we've got a lot of stuff here to do. Even though it's over, it's not technically over. We have two more packs to open. Let's open up Mega Gyarados, because I know somebody wanted Absol. Unfortunately, I only have one Rainbow Rare Absol, and I want a second one myself. So let's just open up another pack of Mega Gyarados and see what we can do. Magikarp, okay, that isn't bad. That isn't bad at all. Full art Magikarp is always nice. Let's open another Gyarados, I guess. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll call it for tonight. Now, tomorrow is going to be another day. I will be exchanging pack points for a gold card, a crown rare. Let me know in the comments what you think I should be exchanging the crown rare for. I will probably maybe even post a poll about it. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But that's going to be a wrap for today, folks. And thank you so much. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.